Oh, sorry about that. I was thinking about switching parties and I was trying to learn how to be on the other side. Okay, anyway, the SPY, keep in mind, holiday week, obviously very low volume day before Thanksgiving and, kind of a narrow range. But still, you notice the market closed at its lows. Um, the market closes at 1 Eastern time on Friday, so it's going to be a very low volume day. So I'm not putting a lot of heart and soul into this because there's just one thing I always look for when I'm building a watch list is unusual volume, right? Stocks exhibiting high relative volume, and that's as a day trader, that's always where you want to start. You want to play the stocks that are in play. When you get low volume and you have these holidays and these partial days, and everyone's leaving early, your scanner spits out very few stocks exhibiting any kind of unusual volume. So it's going to be a weird couple lame videos probably for Friday, and then we'll see. I think then there won't be much volume on Friday, so my video going into Monday, there probably won't be a lot of standout stocks either. But then once Monday is behind us, we'll go back to what you call more normal times. We are seeing some of the low float, low price stocks ripping, which for me, I make a good chunk of my living off of lower priced stocks, so it's good to see that. And typically you do see those pick up during the in between sessions, in between earnings season. When earnings season is kind of winding down, which it is, that's when I kind of push my foot on the gas on the lower price stocks. Again, only if I get a low risk A plus setup on an intraday basis. All right. So anyway, so there's a SPY. Stocks I'm watching for Monday, Friday. I'm all confused because of that midweek day off. There's nothing here that would even remotely spark my interest. So I don't want you to look at this chart and say, what the heck's he talking about? Except for in after hours, this traded all the way up to around $2 on Friday. So obviously they had some news, and it could certainly be one to watch as a potential gap and go play on Monday. So that's why that one's on the list. ANY traded almost 15 million shares on Thursday, then gave back a good chunk of those Thursday gains on Friday. Lower volume, still in play though. So we're absolutely going to watch that one. ABIL, 33 million shares traded on Friday and closed well off its highs, right? So it's not like I'm in love with this, but in play, right? Massive volume. You can see back here when it went in play, it was in play for a good week and a half. So absolutely got to watch that one too. That's ABIL. QD, nice gap play, on Friday, and ended up closing Friday. See, there I go again. On Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I'll get it right. Nice gap play on Wednesday and closed pretty strong. So we'll look and see if we get a red to green or some kind of clean setup for a follow through day tomorrow. GameStop, GME, big volume and a strong move, closing well off its highs, but still worth watching on Friday. JE, I'm not in love with this. 203,000 shares traded on Wednesday, and it's really I don't know. I talk about in play stocks, which means I need recent high relative volume. You could make the argument that you have it like a couple weeks ago. This had a really big volume spike, but still, even this day was only 1.25 million shares. But it did make a nice move, and it's been flagging ever since. And so, kind of above this flag, it might get going. One thing I do like about it is on the big volume day, it did have decent range, 346 to 383. So this one can have some rare, relatively high range on the day for the stock. But if I had to pick one from my watch list that is my least favorite, this is absolutely it. LCI, kind of have a little cup and handle action going on here. It's really kind of battling around $6 the last few days, but I still want to keep it on watch. Ross Stores, ROST, just straight down from, it was almost 105 and just straight off a cliff, big volume. If you look to the left from where it closed, you just drag your mouse over here. There's a lot of trading that's transpired. Now this is kind of a wide range. It actually spent, 2 to 3 months between 75 and $80, and then popped above it, then back below it. So this area down here where I'm circling my mouse around, certainly an area of support, and it's fallen there pretty quickly. So this is a pretty good bounce candidate for Friday. And then SONO, after the gap up on earnings, 4 sessions ago, it's still kind of hanging out near recent lows, or I guess you could call it all-time lows because it's a relatively new issue. Certainly if it gets down here near all-time lows, on Friday, or really anytime next week. I will be watching it for a bounce. And MO, Philip Morris, this has just been straight down for like 2 weeks straight. It is coming into this 54 area where it bounced off of back in May. And again, another example of one that's come straight down to get to some support. Pretty good setup for a potential bounce on Friday. Not a very big list. Hopefully we'll find some nice gappers in the morning to trade as well. And just remember, it's a partial day on Friday. So, watch your position size, trade carefully, and then hopefully things get a little bit, back to a little bit more normal on Monday. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, and we'll see everybody tomorrow morning.